Hello, everyone. Welcome to Moon Mage. This is going to be new moon in Pisces tarot messages. Pick a message 1 through 4. You'll notice at the start of the video, there was a thumbnail that gives you the option to look at the 4 moons to pick which moon is speaking to you, and those will be your messages regarding and related to the new moon energy that's coming in for you. So have a look at those to decide which one is speaking to you, and that'll be your message coming in for this new moon energy. If you are not interested in hearing about this new moon in Pisces and the energies it's bringing in, it's very powerful. This new moon is very impactful. I know we all tend to be more connected to full moon energy, thinking that it's full moons that bring about the crazy or the impacts, but this is a new moon that's bringing that energy in a very big and powerful way. But if you're not interested in that, go ahead down to the description box, pick your message, and you don't have to listen to this part. But for those of you that are interested, I'm going to do a rundown, a breakdown essentially of the energy that's coming with this new moon in Pisces. It's extremely impactful. It's funny too, because I did weekly tarot messages and there was so much overlap, a lot about reflection, retreat, ebbing back, self-care, which is very connected to this new moon energy. And I didn't even make that connection at the time about why the messaging that came through my weeklies was so synced up and so much the same for each message. And this is why, because it's so impactful. So let's break down what Pisces energy is all about. Pisces is connected to water, so emotions, very much so. It rules things like mysticism, spirituality, the unknown and the unseen realms, intuition, and of course emotions, which I've touched on. But it can lead to, in literal ways, like flooding, water events, and also like a flooding of information coming in. And that could be from above, because it is such a spiritually connected zodiac sign, receiving a lot of spiritual guidance, divine guidance, angelic visitation, spiritual visitation, passed on loved ones, feeling more connected spiritually than ever before. If we ebb back and give ourselves time and space for that, there is a huge pileup of planets happening in Pisces with this new moon, which is what's making it so supercharged and powerful. It's rare, this pileup in Pisces. It doesn't happen. And so it's going to bring a lot of craziness to the front as far as activating our emotions in good ways and maybe not so good ways, something that we're going to have to be really mindful of. This is just a very supercharged Piscean energy, new moon energy. Very, very activating if we give ourselves over to setting intentions, manifesting what we really want. But we can't even get to that energy if we don't step back, retreat, figure out what it is we truly desire, and connect to something higher. And this energy is so opportunistic for doing just that. This is also, I will say, I would be remiss if I didn't touch on the more difficult aspects of this new moon in Pisces. It is good for manifesting, setting intentions, connecting to higher realms, intuition, mysticism, anything to do with the occult, and actually receiving answers. It's great for that, for healing as well. There's a lot of healing energy that comes with Pisces energy. But we do need to touch on the harder things, because Pisces is also connected to overwhelm, disillusionment, deception and lies. So these kinds of energies can be brought to the fore for some of us, where we're seeing through these things, or we're having a very difficult time seeing through these kinds of energies. This is not the week or the energy to make hard and fast decisions and to be hasty with anything. It is all about ebbing back, retreating, connecting to something higher than themselves. It's good for that, not so good for pushing forward, activating anything just yet, doing anything without all the information, because most of us are going to be missing pieces of information due to this energy. It can be very difficult to separate truth from fiction, especially as it relates to people and community and government, like on the world stage. So we all do well to ebb back from that energy at this time, because it's going to be hard to see the forest for the trees. So just to reiterate, this is not a great time for making fast decisions, having emotionally charged conversations or hard conversations with people, pushing hard to make anything happen. It is really good for connecting to higher realms for meditation, for going about on a healing journey and spending time on self-care. But I can't reiterate enough, putting a spiritual practice in place for yourself. It's sort of like receiving. There's a lot of receiving energy that's available to all of us at this time, so that we can get very clear about where we're going from here. Because from this energy, we start to move towards Aries energy, which is fire, passion, activation. So we really want to utilize this more meditative, quiet, spiritual, mystical time to connect in, to try to stay grounded, because we can really lose sight of groundedness at this time too, because we're up in our emotions and feelings, so that we can receive answers. And we are all very open to that this week if we give ourselves over to time and space to have that come to us. I know I'm rambling on a little bit here. I wrote some notes here because there was so much going on with this new moon. Oh, it's also connected to drugs and toxicity. So be really careful at this time when it comes to what you put in your body. Also, there could be information on the world stage related to things like drugs and toxicity. And again, this is very highly emotional, very psychically connecting for all of us. There's magic that can be cultivated and drawn into us and around us at this time if we're utilizing this energy really well. Also, it could be good for some of us for soulmate connections. That's a thing if you're looking. But on the main, we have to be really careful about emotional overload. Pushing too hard on things and making hasty decisions, but we do want to give ourselves over to meditation, connecting to something much higher than ourselves, intuition, mysticism, psychic senses, spirituality. So this was quite a long intro for me. I think I'm almost at 7 minutes here. So I'm going to try to leave that there. But it was just so important that I talk about it because it's so powerful and so impactful. And I think we would all be remiss to not give ourselves over at the very least to a few hours, maybe on the day before, on, or after this new moon, to really try to harness this energy. I do have a meditation video that will be coming out the day before the new moon. So Wednesday, if you're interested, you could try that out. And interestingly, I also did a higher self meditation, not considering that this is going to be very connected to the energy that Pisces brings in. So if you're interested, you could look at that as well to try and harness that connection, because you're likely to make a powerful connection to higher mind and wisdom at this time, which I know I keep saying. So now I'm going to leave that there. You have all that information. Give yourself a second to feel into messages 1 through 4. Have a look at those moons, and I'm going to get started here with message number 1. Hello, message number 1. I went ahead and pulled the main overarching energies ahead of time just to try to save a little bit of time in this video, because I knew that my intro was going to be long because this Piscean new moon is so impactful. So we're going to go ahead and look at your messages together. Ooh, okay, this is great. You're very close to achieving your goal. Let's see what else is coming out with that. Moon circle support. Okay, this is coming on the side of challenge. So this may be something that you need more of, that's been lacking for you, which could be causing your goals to not manifest as quickly as you'd like. But we'll see what else comes out with that. Moonlit. Embrace uncertainty. Okay. All right. Embrace uncertainty. So there's a couple of things going on here with these main energies showing up for you at this time. So these are like the very, very important, potent energies to really hone in on for my message 1 choosers at this time. You're very close to achieving a goal, support coming on the side of challenge, and embracing uncertainty. It sort of suggests there's some things that you have not touched on or seen yet that can move your situation forward. And there's some fear also holding you back from like really making a bigger, bolder move. And there's a need for support, something that you may be lacking right now that will help you move towards that uncertainty and embrace it and say, I've got this no matter what happens. I'm capable of achieving this thing, going this direction, making things happen for myself. Like I'm so close to that goal. But it's over here for me, for my group ones. Where do you need more support? Where do you need more information, help, guidance? Do you have a hard time asking for help with certain things? Because there's a big connection to that I think my group one choosers need to look at. Not obsess about, but look at where could you use more support? How could bringing in others into whatever it is that you're doing create a situation for you that you are seeing lift off in what you're trying to achieve, and that you helps to reduce your fears as well, so that you can embrace uncertainty and move forward. Because if it's showing up for you, it's basically spirit saying you yes to this thing that's unknown to you, this unknown territory that you're charting. It's a big fat yes. It's going to lead to really good things, but there is some support that's needed. You do need to kind of push through that fear and move towards it. Let's pull a surrender card. All new moons give the opportunity to bring in new things. And it looks like for me, one of these things is getting some more support, getting more help, not trying to do everything yourself, and then embracing that uncertainty. But usually it requires us to let go of something as well. So that's what we're going to look at here for you guys. Surrender procrastination. Now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Taking action will attract success. Embrace uncertainty. So that's a really strong message. And I have this feeling, this gut instinct that it's just around the corner for you. Like it really is so close you can taste it. As it says, you're so close to achieving your goal, but there's some sort of support that you need to help just push the pendulum or swing the pendulum just a little bit further so that you can get there. So really be open to others and what they have to say and what they have to offer. Yeah, now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Taking action will attract success. Surrendering procrastination. And, I'm going to go ahead and say too, because this new moon's happening on Thursday, Friday. The energy is potent for weeks to follow. But I feel like this procrastination starts to break apart as you approach the full moon that follows this. For some reason, that's an energy I'm feeling that's going to be really powerful for my group one choosers. All right. Let's pull another card here. Oop. Thought that was going to fly out, but it didn't. Chamber of the Violet Flame, karmic release, radical transformation. Woo, I love that. And in the intro, I touched on how after Pisces, we move into very activating, fiery Aries energy. I really feel like that's going to be an important time for my group one choosers. Karmic release, letting go of the past, radical transformations, being so close to a goal, but it does require you to step into the unknown, face that fear and do it anyways. That I'm afraid, but I'm going to big fat do it anyways because I'm being called to go here and spirit has my back. And I really do feel like that is a strong thing and energy that my group ones need to know. Like you are really being divinely guided towards this thing. There's just a little bit of support that you need to get you there. So being open to that is the way through. Don't give up on anything at all. You're so close. Radical transformation, karmic release too. Yeah. So this might also require you to let go of certain ideologies or thoughts that you had from the past that just aren't going to serve you moving forward to this new thing that wants to show up for you. And that's true for all of us, right? Not procrastinating. Keep moving forward. Let's pull some tarot. Let's see what's happening here with my group one choosers. This is feeling so far very, very good for my group one choosers. Like you're doing all the right things, but there's just a little bit more support required to get you really to that end goal and fear to overcome. As that said, to karmic release, maybe holding on to a little bit of things from the past and that's hard for all of us, but this is a great time to do it under this Piscean new moon energy. You can even ask for support from your spirit guides, from the universe, from God source energy, whatever resonates with you, because you'll receive that support. Two of Swords. Four of Swords, lots of swords energy, mental energy. Okay. Death and rebirth in reverse. Nice. Page of Wands. Hierophant. Is that right? Hierophant. Yep, the Hierophant in reverse. And the Queen of Cups in reverse. Okay. This is definitely feeling like a message you need to hear. Lest you miss an opportunity. All right. And I just have this urge to look on the bottom. Okay, nice. 9 of Pentacles, right? Underbelly. Kind of like this is what is a result of doing the work here that the new moon energy is asking you to lean into at this time. Like 9 of Pentacles, that's like your ships coming in. Abundance of all kinds, not just financially, but can be in so many ways. I definitely think financially is one way though for my group ones. Like I feel that very strongly for you guys. All right. So with 2 of Swords and 4 of Swords at the start here being challenges, right? It's sort of like I haven't been able to see my way through or my way forward. That 4 of Swords energy asks us to rest when it's upright. And when it's reversed, it's suggesting that we either didn't take a rest or a break when we needed to so that we could connect to more guidance, wisdom, support, as this card says over here. And it's very much needed at this time, right? So that you can see your way through, because currently not being able to, right? Up in your mind too. Swords is all mental energy. It's air energy where our minds are overstimulated. We're overthinking things. And then that causes us not to be able to have a rebirth of sorts, right? Upright like this is saying it's time to end one thing, that karmic release over there, that radical transformation, and begin a new thing. And then you've got this fiery, passionate Page of Wands here. Like, yes, it's igniting, it's exciting, it's passionate, it's ready to go. It's very receptive to like receiving messages. Pages to connect to messaging coming through. And I think that's going to be a thing here for my group ones because it's next to the reversed Hierophant. I'll talk about that. But with these cards coming out the way they did and this being in the reverse, what do you need to let go of? What are you holding on to for dear life? What mental energy is kind of acting as a block for you at this time to see your way through, to say yes to the support and embrace uncertainty? Because it's all coming in for you. This mental energy really wants to get unstuck. Because there's this fiery, passionate innovation that wants to show up for you. Messaging. I keep feeling this energy of you're going to receive messages about how to do this. And it's coming through other people and support. With the Hierophant and the Queen of Cups coming out over here about embracing uncertainty is sort of a reiteration of the fear around that, right? Needing to really step back and receive that higher wisdom, that higher mind, going and making time to connect to your own intuition, calling in your spirit team, God source energy to receive, like, okay, I am stuck. Help clear my mind. Help me see the way forward. Help connect me to the support that I need to move my situation and achieve this goal that I've been chasing after. This is an energy that you really need to lean into at this time, right? So that you get into that emotional, healthy balance. When Queen of Cups is upright, she's feeling emotionally balanced, healthy, connected. She's coming from the heart, and everything that she's doing is from a place of heart-centeredness, but it's in the reverse, right? Because we first need to connect. You need to give yourself over to a little bit of retreat, meditation, connection, leaning into your heart space more at this time. Of course, bring your head with you, because then you will receive the answers of where you need to go to get the support and how you can then push that goalpost a little bit further and actually attain this goal that you've been chasing after, right? That rebirth will be assured. Okay, I'm going to pull a couple more cards here. These are my angel therapy cards. It's sort of like, what do we really need at the heart of things? What do we need to know, perhaps? I really feel like there is so much support around my message 1 choosers. And there's it's like, you're like this says, you're so close. There's just these few tweaks that need to happen and space that needs to be created for you to connect to your higher self, to that God source energy, and to get emotionally healthy and balanced and out of your mind. And then it's sort of like this, like, boom, activation. Like it's this big radical activation, like this says, radical transformation that happens as a result. And all of a sudden you're there. Okay. Protect yourself from harsh or fear-based energies by envisioning a cocoon of healing light surrounding you. That's a really good idea. And this is such good energy, this Piscean energy for healing and protection. Shield yourself. I'm going to read that again. Protect yourself from harsh or fear-based energies by envisioning a cocoon of healing light surrounding you. Yes. And also, some of you, maybe you are very empathic, or you're an energy absorber of sorts, and you really take on other people's feelings and emotions, and it leaves you feeling drained. Something to keep in mind. You can literally just say, you know, God source energy, my divine spiritual team, please surround me in a circle of blue protective light. Archangel Michael, please protect me with your sword and shield and keep me safe from all others' energy, negativity, etc., etc., etc. Something along those lines to really help you stay centered in yourself. But if it's showing up for you, there's definitely this feeling of absorbing other people's negative energy, but I also think it's to protect you from your own negative thoughts about your situation where you're stuck currently, right? That frustration of like, how do I move this forward? And I think that the biggest answer here is to not overthink it and to feel your way through it. Connect to something higher and you'll see your way through. And, you know, this Piscean energy does bring, unfortunately, a lot of emotional charge. So you want to be extra mindful of that. If you're noticing that people are very emotionally charged up right now, you don't have to lean into their energies or take it on as your own. All right, let me pull some moon cards here. I always like to think of these as affirmations that we can use, especially if we start to feel stuck. You know, I feel like that card wanted to come out. I gather more wisdom each day. That makes so much sense, right? And that happens with the support energy that wants to be leaned in by you. But I think it also starts with you connecting to that higher mind. I gather more wisdom each day. Yeah. It's like twofold here. It's first connecting to your own heart center, something higher. And then you see your way to the support that's going to really help catalyze your situation into beautiful abundance I'm feeling for you guys. I am ready for something bigger, better, and brighter. And then this is going under embrace uncertainty. I love that. Yes. Yes. Claim this is true for you. Say this to yourself over and over again so that you don't get stuck in the what ifs or the worries or the fears. I am ready for something bigger, better, and brighter. Absolutely. All I keep thinking in my mind is feel the fear and do it anyway. I know that that's a lot easier said than done, though. Wow, guidance. You are not alone. You are guided by masters and teachers of the highest realms. Yeah, guys, this is a really strong message that if you need to connect to something higher than yourself, to get out of your own way, to your intuition, to your higher self, whatever resonates with you, you will receive the guidance that you need. The answers that you need are forthcoming, right? I gather more wisdom each day. Yeah, I just feel this so strongly. If I really make space for this, it doesn't have to be a lot of space. Just to 15 minutes there, 20 minutes here, and an hour one day where you're just maybe on the new moon day where you're just sitting with a journal and you're just allowing yourself to receive. However you feel connected, do that. You are not alone. You are guided by masters and teachers of the highest realms. Inner world. Your external world is a reflection of your inner world, right? And this is coming with that shield yourself energy. It's making me feel connected to the shield yourself energy, right? So the company we keep, the people that we surround ourselves with, they may not be the best support for you at this time. Looking outside of this community, this group, to get better support, because the company you keep will affect your energy, especially when we've got shield yourself here, right, from the negativity. So something to keep in mind, message one. Okay, I'm going to cap this off with a final message here. I feel like you guys have so many good things happening for you and going for you at the time. You may be in stuck energy, frustration. a little bit of procrastination because on some level you feel like you're not sure what to do and you're lacking in that support and fear is really taking a hold. Look at the people that you're surrounding yourself with. Make sure that they are in alignment with who you are and what you're doing. And give yourself over to this connection. You're going to receive so much guidance and wisdom. And then it's like all of a sudden everything just starts to shift. Okay, this card's falling out. So the dragonfly is a spirit messenger that captures your attention for a reason. He may be reminding you that transformation is possible and that you have support from the angelic realm. Oh, wow. I love that final message for you guys. It makes so much sense. So pay attention to dragonflies. Pay attention to your thoughts at the time. They're going to act as messengers for you at this time. I love this for you guys because I really do feel strongly that you guys are going to receive so much angelic support, but you have to give yourself over to it. You have to make space for that to happen. And higher self, connect to your higher self at this time too. Yeah, and this transformation we're talking about again, right? He may be reminding you that transformation is possible. It's more than possible for you at this time. It's probable, but again, you have to give yourself over to connecting to higher mind, obtaining this wisdom and looking to where you might need some support and what fears are holding you back from taking that final step forward to reaching your goal. All right. I think I'm going to leave that there for my message ones. I hope that you guys all have a beautiful week this week under this new moon energy. Take care, guys. Hello, message 2. I went ahead and pulled the main overarching energies ahead of time just to save a little bit of time in the videos, but we'll look at them together. Okay, nothing will come of this situation. Void of course, moon. Okay. This could have a couple of meanings. It could be that this is Spirit's way, the universe's way of letting you know that fears that you might be holding on to are unwarranted. They're just that. They're just fears of the unknown, which, I mean, that's something that we all experience. It could also be suggesting that there could be something that you're doing that isn't going to yield the results that you would like or the time that you're spending on it, and then it might be time to pivot. So we'll see what else comes out with it, but it could be either one of those types of energies with nothing will come of this situation. For some reason, I'm feeling more like unwarranted concerns and fears, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay. Blood moon and courage. So this is in the challenge position. So where you might need more courage, how can you activate more courage? This is definitely making me think we're leaning more into worries and fears that you might be having about things that could happen. The what if energy kind of stopping and blocking you from maybe moving towards something that would be a really good idea for you, where you're being asked to be courageous and brave right now because it's coming out as a challenge for you. Yeah, okay. Reach for the moon, go for it. Yes. Okay. So there's definitely some fears here holding you back, worries and concerns, anxieties about the what ifs and what could happen. And like I said, as humans, we all do that, right? We fear what we don't know and we can't guarantee for ourselves. But there's a big message here for you, message 2, to activate courage and go for it. Which means that whatever these thoughts or feelings that you've had, or wherever this thing or person that you want to move towards, it's like a yes energy around it. There's just fears holding you back from doing it. And this is sort of like confirmation saying you're on the right track with this. Your fears are just that, fears. They're unwarranted. You've got this move towards this thing. Try to cultivate some courage at this time and push through the fear and do it anyways, which was kind of in the messaging of message 1. Let's see what else is coming out with that. I always like to pull a surrender card at new moons because in order to bring in anything new, we usually have to let something go that's holding us back. Now, this is feeling a little bit like fear, worries, what if energy. But I did say right out of the gate with that nothing will come of the situation. Sometimes it's a message that some of us need to pivot from something that we could be putting time and energy into because there's something better that maybe we know on some level, but we're not brave enough to move for it and move towards it rather and go for it. We shall see. Wow, surrender to success. You are ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. Wow, that's a really powerful message, group too. It's like the only pieces that you're missing are like limiting beliefs about yourself and your situation, and the what if energy is really acting as a big block here for my group twos. You've got something really positive that wants to show up for you. As this says, it's time to like let success come to you, no longer blocking it because of fear, or maybe even like a little bit of lack of self-esteem I'm feeling for some of you, or not good enough, almost like imposter syndrome. This can't happen for me. I'm not worthy enough. I'm not deserving. I'm not smart enough. Whatever it is, you are. And it's time to let that kind of limiting belief energy go, because it feels like it's got a really strong hold on my group two choosers. Surrender to success. You are ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. Yes. And when it says don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties, sometimes we use that as a reason why we shouldn't do something because of past perceived failures. Reframe those supposed failures as lessons of what not to do next time, or maybe what you should have done. That's all they are meant to be. They're not meant to hold us back for the rest of our lives, but a lot of us hold ourselves accountable to perceived mistakes and failures for the rest of our lives, which causes us to never kind of reach our full potential. And I feel that really strongly here for my group two choosers. It's time to look at that narrative and say no more to it, because it's causing a lot of limitation. And for you, I also think for some of my group two choosers to miss opportunities and to reach the success that you so deserve. Pleiadian and activation, coming together, harmony in the heavens, resolution. Ooh, I love that for you guys. If you didn't watch the intro, I talked a lot about this Piscean energy being so good for connecting to our psychic senses, intuition, mysticism, calling in spiritual help and guidance. And I feel like you're no exception here. Message 2, an activation, coming into balance and harmony, or being able to resolve these situations, these limiting beliefs, these energies that have been holding you back. You're in perfect timing this week to do just that, to start to dissolve them, to understand them, to unstick them, so they no longer act as a block for you in your life and a block to success. Yeah, everything's coming together for you. Harmony in the heavens, resolution, being able to resolve these issues. It's sort of like it's being presented to you this week to heal these things out. And I would recommend that you absolutely give yourself over to that, to allow this to happen for you. Whether it's through meditation, journaling, your desires and, the fears that hold you back, so that you can understand them better and release them. There's something about that too here that I keep feeling for my group too, is doing some sort of ritual where you're releasing, you're letting go of what's been. You don't live there anymore, where you're taking the lessons and leaving the rest behind and calling in success. I'm ready. I'm unblocked. I'm letting go of the fear. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to gather courage. Also, courage is cultivated from that solar plexus center. So maybe some solar plexus clearing would be good for you as well, like meditations with the solar plexus and staying in your power. You literally saying, I am powerful, is connected to that courageous energy. These would all be ideas for my group twos to lean into this week. Ooh, we got one that jumped out. Look at this, 6 of Swords. Yeah, moving on from that mental hardship, those mental thoughts and feelings that just have kept you so stuck for so long. And it is coming out over here on the side of challenge, something that still bogs you down, somewhere that you still get quite stuck in that mind, overthinking. I almost feel like some of you replaying your perceived mistakes over and over and using it as a reason to not go for it and gather courage and move towards something that would bring so much success for you. I definitely get a sense of needing to up-level your self-esteem and know that you're worthy and deserving of success. Yeah, but I love that it's upright too, kind of suggesting you're ready to move on from this. It's time to put these past energies, these negative things to bed. Nice. 9 of Pentacles, abundance, connecting to abundance again here for you, right when you surrender to success and allow yourself to move out of that 6 of Swords energy into something much better, letting it all go. This is where you move to, this is what you move towards, rather. Success, reaching for the stars, where things bear fruit as a result of your hard work and who you are. Because I feel like this is something my group twos need to be reminded of. 9 of Pentacles energy is great to see next to that 6 of Swords, moving on and reaching for the stars, not compromising, gathering that courage and receiving abundance and success as a result of that. Nice. Look at this. Double 9s. Pay attention to 9s. 9s are very much connected to endings, conclusions, things being wrapped up, really letting go of these limiting beliefs, these energies that have held you back for far too long. Like, look at how happy she is. There's a treasure chest down here that's also connected to abundance. All the 9 cups is a lot of positive emotional energy, emotional balance and well-being, feeling really good, happy, heart-centered, and connected to abundance. This is great energy that you're moving towards here. Message 2. Double 9s too. So pay attention to 9s. That could be significant. Nice. Okay. We've got the Devil in reverse, which we like to see. Upright would be suggesting addictive behavior, not being able to let something go, not being able to resolve things, not being able to cultivate this courage and release yourself from these fears and worries that hold you back, that keep you stuck and make you think, I can't do it because, I have all these fears that are saying why I shouldn't do it. You're moving out of that, which is great to see here. Message 2. Nice. Queen of Pentacles. Look at this. Lots of abundance showing up here for my message 2s as a result of you unsticking yourself from these limiting beliefs and letting go of that, these self-esteem issues and this imposter syndrome, because I definitely think that's a thing for some of you. All good things. Feeling really empowered in your feminine energy. There's a lot of creativity here as well, I should say, because we've got the 9 of Pentacles with this female here, a female here, 9 of Cups energy, also feminine, coming out of that addictive energy, those limiting beliefs that keep you stuck. And then we get another feminine energy, which is also very creative. So this could be something where you're being asked to use more of your creativity and go for it when it comes to what you have created or what you would like to create. It's like yes energy. And this is where you land in that abundance, empowered, stable, grounded, all positive energies. Yes. Okay. So let's talk about this 2 of Swords energy that's kind of capping the 6 of Origin. I slowed down my speech. 6 of Swords energy on either side, right? Because it's kind of suggesting that there's something that you can't quite see yet. I did talk about it in my intro. This is not the week to make hasty decisions. This energy of courage and going for it is cultivated when you can let go of the fears that are holding you back about moving forward in your situation. So it's more about connecting this week to higher mind, to higher self, bringing things together, coming into harmony to resolve these energies first and foremost. This is when this energy shifts and you are able to see the truth of a situation. You're able to come out of that stuckness, that mental anguish that has been holding you back. So keep that in mind. Don't try to push on anything this week. This is not the week for that. This is the week for resolving, healing, releasing these stuck energies, because from that place is where you get into courage and going for it and seeing the truth of situations, and that activation starts to really happen. So don't be too concerned if you feel like you don't have all the information, or if there's fear like you could miss something because you haven't done anything with it this week or just yet, or because it's showing up for you, you don't have to make any immediate hard or fast decisions this week. Hopefully what I'm saying makes sense. I almost feel like too, there's something you can't quite see yet, and there's a reason for that, because we have to go here, right? We have to heal out these negative energies that have been holding you back, this mindset that's very limiting about yourself that I feel like is really stuck to past mistakes that you perceive to be failures. Yeah, all the more reason to give yourself over to reflection this week and connection and releasing, making that decision. I am letting this go. It does not serve me anymore. All right. I am going to pull an angel therapy card. What do my beautiful message to choosers need to know? What kind of angelic guidance do they need? Okay. We've got 2 cards that fell out immediately. So it says integrity. Align your actions so that they match your values and inner knowingness of what's right for you. Ooh, okay, that's interesting. Strong pull here to nothing will come of this situation. Maybe some of you have an internal knowing about a situation or a person, and there's this niggle within you that's like, I'm not sure if I feel like they're aligned with who I am and what I value. And you maybe you feel like you should go for it anyways because, oh, there's these opportunities and maybe I shouldn't say no. If you're feeling like any doubt here, or like the people that you're surrounding yourself with aren't coming from a place of integrity and it's affecting your own sense of integrity, listen to that. You don't have to make any hard decisions about it, but listen to that. It's there for a reason. Align your actions so that they match your values and inner knowingness of what is right for you. And then, oh my gosh, it's 3 cards. Okay. Have you asked your angels for help with this? Your angels want to help you with this situation. However, they require your permission before they can intervene in your free will choices. Okay. Yes, I do think so. That energy of, I think there's 2 messages here where some of you, it's just lots of fear. That is causing you to think that be really scared of a situation or going for something that you truly want. And then on the flip side of that, it's maybe making a decision to go towards something that I think that you do have some knowing isn't probably not the best for you. And this is saying nothing will come of it. It's definitely a heads up from the universe saying, pause, stop, don't make any decisions. We have guidance and information for you. As this card says, you must ask first for their permission to intervene with your free will choices. Ask them to help you see the truth of this situation. What is real and true for me? What is that niggle I'm feeling? Should I trust it? I feel like the answer is yes. So because this is general, I feel like for some of you, it's about not moving towards something that I think on some level you already know is probably not the best for you. And for others, it's about not letting the fear hold you back from what you truly want. And I actually think that's broadly for both sides of the coin here. It's sort of like this or something better, and Spirit saying something better, don't go towards this, if that makes sense. And then you've got law of attraction. Relationships and activities that you once enjoyed are now changing as you become more sensitive and aware of energies. And that will likely uptick this week with this Piscean energy. It's very powerful and strong. Right. So being open to that, to new connections, new relationships, new activities, and not to be too alarmed if you're starting to feel disconnected from things and people and situations that you once thought were good or you felt connected to. It's all a part of your personal evolution message too. I flow towards my goal. I am strongly protected as I go. This would be a really good affirmation for my group 2s, and it's going with that courage energy. So that makes a lot of sense. It's very synced up. I flow towards my goal. I am strongly protected as I go. And you know that too, where you don't feel safe. Because like I said, that's very, nothing will come of the situation. Those fears that you're holding on to, not to worry about it. I shine my light outwards for all to see. Go for it, right? And there's that female standing under the moon, ready to shine, ready to be seen, right under the moonlight. I shine my light outwards for all to see. Absolutely. Don't hold yourself back. Unstick those self-esteem things that have been holding you back and keeping you kind of in the shadows for too long. Vision. Trust in your ability to create the vision in your soul. Yes. Yeah, there's definitely like creative energy here, something that you're meant to do. And you know this internally on some level. You are aware. I have these desires, these wants, these wishes. I can't do them because maybe I'm going to move towards a safe haven that doesn't feel right. That's not in line with your integrity or who you are or how you're evolving as a person. Trust your vision. You can create it. If you can see it in your mind, you can bring it into this earth plane. You can make it a reality. Magnificence. You are amazing, magnificent, and unique. But most importantly, this makes me emotional. You are enough. This is a really strong message that I've been feeling for you guys. You really need to know this about yourself. Do not settle for less than what you deserve. Message 2. You are far more powerful than you know. You are not your past. You are not your mistakes. You are only your possibilities. And it seems to me that the universe is highlighting how many possibilities there are for you and how much you have to offer the world and how bright of a light you are. It's time to come out of the shadows here, message 2. You may have been feeling isolated, rejected, unappreciated, or misunderstood, but today you realize you are not alone. There's a loving angel walking right beside you. I love that as a final message for you guys, and I really feel that that's true. I flow towards my goal. I am strongly protected as I go, and you are. You are. Know that, trust that, believe that. Find time to connect to these higher beings this week, especially under this Piscean energy. It's more likely to happen. Like the energy is optimal for you to do that at this time. No hasty decisions. Give yourself over to clearing, cleansing your energy field, releasing negative thoughts about yourself. Because on the other side of this is this beautiful activating energy that sees you doing what you're meant to do here on this earth plane. This is very connected to purpose. And again, that last line, there's a loving angel walking right beside you. And I think that you're going to start to feel that energy this week. So be open to it. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. I hope that all of you have a fantastic week this week and really give yourself over to releasing these energies that are just not serving you anymore. There's something so beautiful on the other side. Take care, guys. Hello, message 3. I went ahead and pulled the main overarching energies coming in for you guys for this week just to save a little bit of time in the video because these videos do tend to be a little bit longer. So let's go ahead and look at them together. Okay, we've got full moon in Scorpio type of energy, so still watery energy, much like Pisces, emotional. And it says it's time to release negativity. This is a massive theme, just like my weekly tarot messages were all about ebbing back, reflecting, and self-care this week. Makes so much sense with Piscean energy coming in. It's time to release negativity, emotionally charged energy that's just no longer serving you. Why is it there? Where did it come from? Is it even true for me anymore? Have I outgrown these feelings? Why am I holding this negativity? Where did it come from? That's really deep, but it's the kind of work that this new moon in Pisces energy asks us to do so that we can let it go and not carry it forward with us in our future, lest it blocks us from a beautiful situation, relationship, opportunity, new beautiful thing. So looking at what kind of negativity that you've been holding on to and really going deep with it, understanding why it's there, what it's been blocking you from, stopping you from. I don't know why, but for some reason, for some of you, this is general, but for some of you, I feel like this is connected to relationship. And I know, I'm not sure why, and this is not going to be for all of you because it is general. For some of you, it could be a negative thinking about what yourself and you're capable of. But I do think for some, this is in relationship with people, in romantic relationship, trust. I don't know. We'll see what else comes out with that. Okay, you've got full moon forgiveness energy. We've got a lot of full moon energy, like vision, culmination. I almost feel like there could be something that comes to a head for you emotionally. Be mindful of your energy this week with that Piscean activation of that Piscean energy and the water, because I keep feeling like water works, like emotional overwhelm and overload. Ebb back from that as much to understand your emotions and sit with them. Because with this forgiveness energy, it's coming in the challenge. What have you not been able to let go of? What has caused you to hold on to anger and negativity in your heart where I just can't forgive how this thing made me feel? How bad it hurt me. I'm still hanging on to this pain and using it maybe as a shield from saying yes to new love, a new relationship, a new opportunity, a new career, a new way forward, even new people, and trusting them. Where is lack of forgiveness holding you back in your life? And how can you start to understand it and unstick it? Not for others. This isn't about saying that what anybody did to you or how they might have hurt you or caused you pain is right and that you're just saying, oh, it's okay that you did that. You're never saying that. Forgiveness is for you so that you don't carry it with you moving forward in your life and use it as a reason to not be open-hearted to others, to not accept love, to not move towards beautiful things that would suit you best because you've been hurt in the past, right? So we can kind of numb down and put shields up all around us so that nothing's ever getting in. So sure, we're protecting our hearts, but we're also blocking our hearts from what could be really beautiful. This is what I've been trying to say. Maybe not so eloquently. Moon called, meant to be. Ooh, something could be showing up for you guys that is meant to be. I keep getting this relationship energy. You might fear it, not trust it, want to block it, put shields up. This could also be a situation that's meant to be. It's coming, it's showing up for you. It's going to come into your life in some kind of way. Almost like I'm almost feeling this energy like falling on your doorstep for some of you. That might not be true for all of you, but it's meant to be. If there's an event that happens, a person that crosses your path, a group of people, an opportunity, it's meant to be. But you're going to have to be really mindful of your negative thoughts about these kinds of situations and how they might hold you back from saying yes to things that would be very good for you because they are meant to be, and how it's connected to something that you have not been able to let go of that has caused you pain and heartache, where you haven't been able to find forgiveness within your heart. Again, not for those that created this pain, but for yourself, so you don't carry it around as a block and shield to not be open. All right, let's pull a surrender card here. My beautiful message threes. Okay, surrender your addictions. Whether you're addicted to substances, food, people, sex, or overworking, take action to begin to heal the addiction and replace it with healthier alternatives. Okay, funny because this kind of energy showed up in my weekly tarot message too. And then wisdom of the heart, like needing to change the way we do things. Because it would likely be connected to holding on to that negativity and that lack of forgiveness. So this addiction could be, for my group threes, this could be addicted to the pain of that, to how it made you feel, to the hurt. So that we've got these walls up around us and we don't know how to crumble them down because we're so attached to the narrative and what happened. There's so much anger and pain there. It may be time to start releasing that, because it's almost like it's become an addiction for you to stay in that energy, and you want to move away from it because you've got something beautiful that's meant to be, that wants to show up for you guys. And this could very likely be that you need to look at, just a heads up from the universe, that you need to look at the people around you, whether you're overworking or you're indulging in activities that are more empty and less heart-centered, like just sex for the sake of sex, or foods that are just making you not feel very good. And this is not a judgment for me. This is literally just a message from Spirit saying, what are the things that you're really stuck on doing that are addictive behaviors that on some level aren't the best for you and keep you stuck? Start there. And that could be anything. And I do definitely think that for some of you, it's the mentality. It's the addiction is the negative thinking and the pain that has just had such a strong hold on you for far too long that needs to be released. calls of a mentee initiation. Ooh, secrets revealed, treasures uncovered, and initiations. Meant to be. Secrets revealed, treasures uncovered, and initiations. This feels like you've got this, like, there's this mystical energy that I'm feeling here for my group threes, this ability to connect to mystical energy and receive those secrets, receive answers to things that were secret. Let me just slow my roll here and my speech down so that I can say what I'm trying to say. This feels like these secrets revealed are not of the garden variety. This is sort of like wisdom from the universe that not everybody gets to be privy to, but there's something to this energy that I feel like you're able to lean into this week and receive this type of like divine wisdom that's really going to help you understand your situation, your negative thought process, the situation or a person that's coming in that's meant to be, like seeing it as like something very what's the word I'm looking for? Like destined. Treasures uncovered, initiations. There's big activation to connecting to higher mind in a very big and profound way. But these energies of negativity and holding on to hurt, pain, anger, whatever it is, are acting as blocks to this. But you really want to lean into the opportunity to connect to these secrets, reveal these secrets from the universe. An understanding of yourself better too, I think, is part of the equation. Treasures uncovered, seeing gifts and talents, seeing things that you weren't able to see before. It feels like you're able to be a conduit for this energy, like a channel. But first we have to start here with clearing this stuff out so that you can become that. It feels very, very mystical, very psychically connected here for my group threes. Maybe you've been feeling blocked in this way, but there's an opportunity to turn that energy around this week and connect to something much higher wisdom mind. It feels like it could bring a big shakeup for you in your life, like a really positive one, if you're willing and open to it. And it feels like up here is kind of suggesting at this point with the energy that's being held within the body, maybe not right now, but that's where we want to get you to so that you can receive. Ooh, I thought we were going to have some cards floating out, but nope. All right, we've got Ace of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles in reverse, the Hanged Man. We're definitely stuck here in a negative loop. Nine of Swords. There's that pain and hurt and heartache. The Emperor in reverse. I love where this is ending. The Magician. Yeah, you're a lot more powerful than you realize. Message 3. You hold a lot of magic. You're definitely a channel for higher mind and wisdom. But there is a lot of discombobulated and just what am I trying to say? Discombobulated and frustrated energy and pain in the body, literally, I think, for some of you that needs to be managed and healed to get to this energy, this empowered, powerful, psychically connected energy, because I feel that so strong, this meant to be. I almost wonder if you're somebody who could share higher mind and wisdom with others with what you get through channeling this kind of wisdom, but there's so many blocks here. And that's showed here, right? It's time to release negativity because it hangs you up and keeps you in emotional pain and heartache that you can't release. This is just, these cards here are really just reiterating that. how enmeshed this energy is and intertwined it is within your soul, your DNA. And with these cards here at the front, like this is more stability, security energy. It's like there's an offering on the table. It's been a challenge for you to see it, a beginning, an opportunity, a person, a situation that's meant to be, but you've not been able to see it to receive it, right? Because Six of Pentacles is being open to receiving this love, but there's a block to it. That's just why it's been in reverse. It's been such a challenge for you to allow yourself to receive these things that are meant for you, right? Because of this pain energy here and being so stuck and hung up in it. And because of this addictive energy, there's a strong attachment to this. I've just not been able to work this through or let it go. You know, I would say because it's such a strong energy showing up for my group threes and this need for forgiveness, some of you might even benefit from like talking to a therapist or looking to online therapists if that's not something that you can afford to help you work out and work through this harder, heavier energy that really is emotionally overwhelming you at this point and keeping you stuck and out of your magic, right? And that the Emperor reversed, right? It's suggesting if it were upright, you're feeling empowered. You're ready for that fiery, passionate Aries energy to activate, to say yes to these things that are meant to be given to you, these gifts, this person, this situation. But it's reversed because you're not feeling that right now. You're not feeling empowered in that way and owning your magic. And this is where you want to get, where we want to get to message 3. We want to get you back here into this receiving energy, this channel, this magician, empowered again, back to yourself, feeling whole, feeling capable, allowing things to come your way that you deserve, that you're ready to receive, right? Because there's been a block because of something with pain, forgiveness, for you allowing yourself to receive it. And I feel like it's extra potent right now because there's something coming up for you that is meant to be, and you're going to want to see yourself physically, mentally, and emotionally balanced so that you don't block yourself from this person, this situation, this opportunity to step into something bigger, greater, your light, your passion, your purpose, your meant to be connection. Okay, I'm going to pull an angel therapy card here for my group threes. Yeah. You know, some of you could even maybe benefit from some Reiki moving. Like if this energy feels like it's really hard and stuck and like I just been trying to understand it and stuck in and I can't do it myself. Again, you know, meditation, therapy, if that suits some of you, Reiki, moving that energy out to get the ball rolling on releasing this. Because I do feel like some of you guys have got some very faded things that want to show up for you. Good faded things. But we need to start here with removing this negativity and this heavy energy. Ooh, ear chakras. Notice messages that appear as sounds, music, and words from both external sources and within your mind. These messages are real answers to your prayers. Yeah. So be open to that. Maybe the ear chakras are connected to the throat chakra, which is our center of expression and how we express ourselves. So maybe doing some throat chakra meditations would be a good idea for my group threes. Yeah, definitely this is like preparatory energy message 3, most definitely. I'm not going to question that anymore. I'm ready for something bigger, better, and brighter, right? I'm ready to move on from this heavy negative energy, these limiting beliefs, this attachment, addictive behavior, pain. It's time to go. It's time to go. I'm not going to bring it with me. I'm ready to step into my power as a magician. This is what this is feeling like so much for me. And there's something faded that's meant to be coming up for you. So really allow this to start happening, start healing. It doesn't have to be overnight. It doesn't have to be super quick. You just have to be willing and open to say, I'm ready to be done with this energy. I don't need it or want it anymore. It's not serving me. So this could be a mantra that you use. I am ready for something bigger, better, and brighter. Bring it on. I gather more wisdom each day. These cards showed up in one of the other messages. I can't remember which one. I gather more wisdom each day. Yes, being open to higher mind, to understanding, to discernment, to understand yourself too, I think, here. Message 3. All right. I definitely get like you're a more powerful person than you realize. And I even think Meant to be more psychically inclined for some of you, but there's definitely some blocks here. Pain in the pain body. Meditation. Take a moment to connect to source through quiet, reflective meditation. Secrets revealed, treasures uncovered, initiation. Really, really strong energy, a really strong push from the universe at telling you to give yourself over to this. A little bit of time here and a little bit of time there, especially this week with that Piscean energy. Really good idea for you guys. I feel very strongly that you will receive the answers that you need, even if it doesn't happen immediately upon doing the meditation, in the days and weeks to follow. So I really recommend giving yourself some time for meditation this week. Starseed energy. Raise the vibration of the planet through your radiant, loving light. So some of you might connect to the idea of being starborn, not of this world, feeling like an alien dropped off here and I don't really fit in. That makes a lot of sense with the rest of this reading, making it harder to understand humans and why they are the way they are and do the things they do. This might even be part of your connection to something higher and secrets revealed, understanding this about yourself. But for others, it's just a heads up or a confirmation. We see that you don't feel like you quite fit in, but you have powers here with this starborn energy. You can raise the vibration of the planet through your radiant, loving light. Absolutely, yes. I really feel like you have a lot more magic and power and light to share with the world. Currently a little bit blocked. That's okay. I feel like you're being invited to start to unstick that this week. Right with that meant to be energy, I just keep being really pulled to that meant to be energy. Something's going to show up. And for some reason, for some of you, I'm feeling April really strong. Something's showing up then. That's not going to resonate with all of you, but I definitely am feeling that. So because I'm feeling it, I'm just going to say it. All right. No. Something precious to you was lost, but has suddenly now reappeared. Meant to be. Receive this gift as a clear sign that the angels want you to be happy. Yeah. This negativity is becoming emotionally overwhelming, like a tsunami, flooded like the Piscean energy of the being flooded by these emotions and this heaviness and these burdens. It's time to let them go. Again, something precious to you was lost, but has suddenly now reappeared because it's meant to be. Receive this gift as a clear sign that the angels want you to be happy. I love that message for you guys. I really do hope that you give yourself over to meditation, self-care, reflection this week. It's going to be so empowering for you. It's like a starting point to unstick these energies because there's something coming in much better, much more aligned. And for some of you, I really do think it's a person. And for others, I think it's a purpose and a passion. All right, guys, I'm going to leave that there. I hope you all have a fantastic week. Take care. Hello, message 4. So I went ahead and pulled the main overarching energies just to save a little bit of time in the video because these are a little bit longer, but we'll look at them together. Okay, full moon in Leo energy. Don't let pride get in your way. Okay, we just had a full moon in Leo too, so something might have happened in that time frame that caused you to maybe get your back up about something or not maybe be open to others when it comes to their ideas, thoughts, feelings, opinions, or information that they might have shared with you. And I often feel like this card shows up for us when we're used to being disappointed by people. We're used to having to do everything ourselves and we have a hard time asking for help. There's an element of that kind of energy that's showing up here for my message for choosers. I don't know what it is, but I just keep feeling like I'm so used to being disappointed by people, having to do it myself. Maybe some of you are type A personalities and you can go and make things happen. And maybe you're even surrounded by people who are not like that. And it's been difficult for you, right? A productive person. And so your pride would get in the way when it comes to other people's ideas, thoughts, feelings, opinions, information. And we can dig our heels in sometimes and not really be open to things that could be good for us. But I often think it's connected to lack of trust or having been burned by people who you thought you could trust and it turned out that you couldn't. So if that's something that you do relate to, look at that narrative and say, am I surrounded by those kinds of people now? Is it time for me to let go of that kind of a narrative and be more open? Because with the idea that it could bring in something much better. Okay, cold moon energy, face your fears. It's funny because I really feel like there's this fear of letting go of control and trusting others. And I feel that feels like that's a strong thing here for my group fours. What has caused that? Can you start to look at that story? Can you unstick it? Can you reframe it? Because if this is showing up for you, there's probably information or connections to others and their ideas that is going to be beneficial to you, but it's really hard for you to let go of control and allow others to step in and help you. That's another thing, not really feeling comfortable with receiving help. Facing your fears. Okay. Exalted moon, self-regulation. Yeah. It's that stubbornness, right? Because there's that bull. Taurus energy, that bull energy, stubborn, digging your heels in. I'm too proud to let this thing go, to open up to this new way, this new idea, this new thing, to face this fear. I'm going to dig my heels in. I don't want to let go of control, lest everything falls apart because maybe it has in the past and people let you down. I feel like if this is showing up for you, it's really strong, suggesting that's not going to happen this time, and you can relax the control energy a little bit and lower your barriers a little bit, and allow others to come in and help you in some kind of way. Also, because this is under the new moon in Pisces energy, that this is energy showing up for you. There's a message of, picking your battles wisely and self-regulating, like your emotions, staying calm and centered as best you can. This is not a good week with all the emotional upheaval and watery energy that Pisces brings in to be leaning into conflict. It's not a great week for conflict resolution either. It's better for ebbing back, stepping back, kind of getting centered, feeling calm, feeling peaceful, opening yourself up more so than charging ahead and digging your heels in and picking a fight, because it could blow this situation up even more, where there's almost like there's no coming back from it. So you want to be mindful of that. Yeah, self-regulation. Anything that you can do this week to bring you into calm, serene, grounded balance, where you're connecting to the energy of being open. I think it's going to be beneficial for my group fours. We'll see what else is coming out with that. It's that energy of sometimes we don't hear what we want to hear. We hear what we need to hear. There's something to that statement for my message fours as well. I do think there's an element of fear of letting go of control, lest everything gets out of control, or because you've been burned and trust the wrong people before and things did go sideways. And so now there's this strong energy of like, I'm going to have to do it myself, and it's going to have to look like this, and I'm just going to go, and it has shut you down in a sense where, stubbornness takes hold and pride gets in the way. I can relate to that. Surrender, denial. Accept people and situations exactly as they are without denying the difficulties. Then you can see things clearly and make the best decisions, right? Not a good week to make decisions, pick fights, choosing battles wisely. And as it says, accept people and situations exactly as they are, not trying to shift anything, change anything, control anything, push anything. This is a very bad week to do that with this Piscean energy. All the more reason to give yourself over to reflection, meditation, self-care, lots of self-care I'm feeling here for my group fours, so that you can be in a really good place before moving forward or pushing on this situation. It definitely feels like you're dealing with a bunch of people where not everybody is seeing eye to eye, and it's been difficult to find a resolution here. Again, accept people and situations exactly as they are without denying the difficulties. Then you can see things clearly and make the best decisions. Yeah, no decision making this week either. Message 4, not the time for it. And sometimes we refuse to see that something might not work, and that could be a part of the surrendering, the denial. or that we refuse to see that we can shift or change the perspective of the people around us so that it fits our narrative, so that everything can move more cohesively in the way that we thought it would. If it's being difficult like this, there's a reason for that, because something in the perspective and in the group think needs to be shifted and changed all the way around to make a situation better. There's definitely a feeling like this is in a community, a family, or a workplace, like in a work environment situation where everyone's just not on the same page. I am presence, light body activation, accessing the divine within. Yes, being open. And when we access the divine within ourselves, our own divinity, our higher self's energy, and operate from that place, we are far more open and we are present, which is, very connected to that self-regulation. It helps us to let go of our stubbornness and our frustration and our pride for allowing other things to just be as they are, and accepting people and situations as they are before we find solutions. Being really grounded is something too. The self-care energy, very, very good idea for you guys this week. It will You'll give yourself over to activating your light body. So again, meditation that brings in balance, where maybe you're using I am affirmations. I am present. I am open. I am receptive. I am my higher self. We are not separated. We are one and the same. It's going to bring in some divine wisdom, accessing the divine within. And I think it will aid in your situation, being able to be made better, stronger, where everybody's starting to see the big picture and work together rather than just frustration and butting heads and not seeing eye to eye, because I definitely feel like this is connected to other people. Yeah. Being open to giving yourself over to a light body activation this week, bringing in balance and presence so that you can access the divine within and open up to receiving answers around what's been difficult. Not leaning into the anger. And it's so going to be so easy for all of us to do this week, to be very triggered by the emotional charge that this week's bringing. I'm feeling breath work too here for my group 4s, like needing to take deep breaths. So maybe some breath work meditations as well. Four of Swords in reverse, suggesting not taking time to pause, rest, and be still, but very much needed. It's been a challenge for you to give yourself over to this. That fear of control. If I let go, if I take my foot off the gas, everything's going to fall apart. I feel like the big, strong message here for my group 4s is that's not going to be the case. That won't happen. You're safe to ebb back this week, to give yourself over to self-care, to get yourself into good balance, to rest. Yeah, strength, losing that sense of strength, right? Not feeling strong in your resolve. And there's that lion, or no, it's not that, it's a lamb. The lion and the lamb. Interesting. Leaning, because I'm feeling like leaning more into that lamb energy rather than that lion energy would be a good idea. And like her face is half lion, half person, right? You both can be true. You can be assertive with that gentleness of the lamb and strong in your assertiveness like the lion, finding that. I keep coming back to balance. There is a lack of balance and you're losing that sense of strength because it's like everything in your body and in your soul is saying it's time to take a break from this. It's time to take your foot off the gas, rest, to regather strength around the situation. Yeah, because this is where you're headed with it. Ace of Swords, receiving answers, seeing the way forward. I get it. I see now. Connecting to that light body activation and accessing that divine wisdom. I see clearly now, keeps coming to my mind as well. Cutting through the mental energy, the mental roadblocks. Swords always cut through mental energy. It's air energy. Now we've got the Hermit in reverse and we've got Four of Swords in reverse and Strength in reverse. There's been a really, really strong need for my group 4s to stop doing and just be and reconnect that soul self, that divine energy, that mysticism, that higher self energy that knows, that is open, that doesn't shut down, that allows, that lets the help come in, that sees the way through difficult situations, that doesn't deny anything. It's just comfortable with things as they are. And I definitely think that that's an ability that you have, but it's been missing for quite a while, because we need to step into this hermit energy. We need to take this pause to rest, to regather our strength, to get balanced again. It's such a strong message because it's connected to how you end up receiving, cutting through that mental energy, seeing the light, knowing the way forward, and how to move a situation in the best possible direction where everybody's at the very least comfortable with the decision. Yeah, three of wands, kind of paused action, not moving forward just yet, not being able to move forward just yet. But I feel like this is coming out for a reason, because now is not the time. Now is not the time to make the decision to just go. Right? When she's like this, she's thinking about it. She's like, okay, I'm ready. I'm lit up. I'm fired up. But there's some creative energy missing, some wisdom, some guidance that you don't quite have yet that needs to come through before you do that, before you move forward. Yeah. And then we've got another wands next to it, right? That fiery, activated, creative energy, right? Where we receive answers around how to do something, how to make a situation better, stronger, happen, passionate, inspired, new, fiery energy coming in that shows you the way. It's what's missing. This is where you want to get to, but we want to get to it where you're activated in this way. Yeah, all fired up. Like, see, she's received, and she's excited, and she's ready to go. And this comes with that openness that's needed to see your way through to what these creative solutions and ideas are. Because I keep coming back to a community, a group, a family, needing solutions about how to move through a hard situation where we're not seeing eye to eye, and we're not accepting all the differences of opinions. So it's like a stalemate energy. I really feel like this isn't the week to push on this thing or to make it happen, especially with these fiery energies in reverse saying no, pause. And there's so much of that pause here because there is wisdom that you need to receive. There is messaging that needs to come through. You don't have all the information to make this situation move in the best possible direction just yet. Right. And there's some fears what we have to face here. And it's like letting go of control, being open and gathering strength and taking a rest to really reconnect to yourself, to your soul, to your center, regulating the self. Very, very strong message for my group 4s, like that you guys really need to give yourself over to this pause. No, don't stop, pause is what it keeps playing over and over in my head. Taking deep breaths. Crystals. The energy of crystals supports you and helps with your present situation. Nice. So I would say that if you're open to it, or if you're somebody who likes crystals or dabbles with crystals a little bit, or maybe even if you haven't, maybe research ones that help to bring into balance, to clarity, to presence, to accessing that divine within that openness, receptivity, all those kinds of crystals and that kind of energy around those types of crystals is what's sticking out to me. But also this rainbow energy, right? And then it's connected to this light. So something to do with rainbow and rainbow light crystal. I also think crystals rather would be a good idea for my group 4s, but use your own intuition and ask spirit to connect you to the crystals that would be the most beneficial to you right now. And I feel like wearing them like on a necklace or something is going to be a good idea, especially something connected to heart and open-heartedness, but also presence and groundedness. So something red. Again, listen to your own intuition. It knows best what's going to be best for you, whatever you're pulled to and feel really drawn into. Those kinds of crystals are the ones that you want to lean into. They will only serve to benefit you this week, and I think to help keep you grounded. All right. I am connected to the earth and all life around me. Yep, that's grounded energy, grounding energy, earth energy. I am connected to earth and all life around me. There's definitely a sense of imbalance and not being present out of too much in your mind, feelings, emotions. And I think for some of you, there's some anger and frustration as well that needs to be dealt with. And when we're in those energies, we're definitely not present. So maybe using this as an affirmation along with that crystal, those crystals that would be beneficial to your energy this week. I am connected to the earth and all life around me, keeping you balanced, keeping you grounded. I think in a nutshell too, there's going to be some emotionally charged situations that you could be dealing with for some of my group 4s. And this is sort of like your heads up to not engage in them. Not a good idea. I know myself deeply and find myself worthy. What is this fear? What is this energy around I don't trust others? I need to ask for help. I don't, I'm hiding this aspect or this piece of the situation from others, lest they not understand or maybe not see you as strong as you want to be seen. I know myself deeply and find myself worthy. I feel like that's a bit of the underbelly to not letting go of control, right? That energy of not trusting, getting burned, maybe not feeling good enough in some aspect. All these things, there's all these like discombobulated energies that need to be brought into balance so that you can receive this divine wisdom and energy that wants to show up for you. I know myself deeply and find myself worthy. I like that as a mantra for you guys. Wow, stillness. Reflect on this moment with love, kindness, and compassion. Yeah, a really big need to meditate, to be still, to go within, and to open up your heart space. It has so much wisdom to share with you. Message 4 that you haven't been able to access, because again, I think there's a lot of emotionally charged energy around you. There has been, and there's maybe will still be a little bit more here. No limitations. You are a celestial being with unlimited potential. There is much for you to share. And with I find myself worthy, I feel like there's little aspects of you that need to be brought about that you have been holding back in your situation that would be beneficial. But for whatever reason, you've not felt comfortable doing that just yet. All of them a reason to give yourself over to the stillness, to regather strength and take a rest. Connect to crystals and presence and grounding. Because there's something even better on the other side of this harder situation that you're in. You are a celestial being with unlimited potential. There is much for you to share. Yes. And I don't think that this situation that you're in either, that's seeing people not seeing eye to eye, is going to be made better without this missing piece, this much for you to share energy, this stuff that you're holding back. But you might even be realizing that's there right now, this wisdom that you have around it that needs to be brought up. But, there needs to be space created for you to access that information so that the situation can move forward. It's sort of like, it's just what the situation needs. And then it feels like it brings everybody else into the equation, seeing more clearly and seeing more eye to eye. That's not going to be for all of you, but that's definitely a message I feel for some of you. Whew. Okay, this one, there's two messages that fell out. This is going to be my longest message here, I think. You may have been feeling isolated, rejected, unappreciated, or misunderstood. But today you realize you are not alone. There's a loving angel walking right beside you. Yeah. But they need your permission to come in and help you with the situation and show you that they're with you, walking beside you, and that there's an openness required so you can receive some answers and a way through, and something that's going to require your authenticity for you to share with others. And then everyone and all living things have auras. Visual manifestations of the angel energies surround you. Oh, sorry, let me read that again. Everyone and all living things have auras. Visual manifestations of the angel energies surrounding us. By raising your vibrational energy and training your eyes, you will be able to see auras. So that's a bit of a message. And look at that balance energy alignment, I am presence, I am balanced, I'm grounded, all lined up. Very strong message that you guys are in need of right now. And it's also that rainbow energy again there. There's something to that. Pay attention to if you see rainbows. I think there's going to be some messaging in there, like spirit trying to get your attention, because this is such a good week to connect spiritually to the heavens. And this is suggesting you raise your vibration, just like this is saying, light body activation. And that you might see auras around people and colors. And in some way, shape, or form, I feel like that's going to really help you. Maybe understanding other people and surrendering that denial energy around them and what it is that they're saying. A lot going on here. A lot going on here. But I definitely think pay attention to rainbows, seeing colors around people, and really, really give yourself over to stillness and rest, to regroup, to gather your strength, to get balanced and aligned, because there's a lot of mystical and psychic energy, I think, that's going to be received by you if you do this activation, this knowing. Okay, I'm really getting too far along here now. This is definitely my longest message. So I'm going to leave that there. I hope that you guys all have a fantastic week and really give yourself some time this week for self-care, meditation, stillness, connection. It's only going to benefit you in the long run, I feel. Take care, guys.